have, welcome to the Segmented Podcast, the show where we bring you 3 segments each episode, ranging from discussion to improv. How you doing, Noah?
I'm doing all right, because if you've been keeping up with our podcast, a little bit of follow-up with my cow,
Right.
I called the veterinarian's office, and it seems as though they have had a replacement, so I'm going to take him in next week, but apparently the other one died. So he didn't just leave for the day for some reason. He actually died. I don't know how he died. They also don't know how he died. But my cow that has a third eye is doing quite well. All of the sheep and pigs have all started chanting. I don't exactly know what they're saying because it just sounds like nonsense or some sort of animal speak, but they're chanting something at night, and I don't know what it is. There's also, again, the glowing is still happening and coming from the barn. So, yeah.
Goodness, I hope the new vet can get to the bottom of this. That sounds pretty scary.
I heard that the new vet is also an exorcist and a detective. So, I don't know if we're playing with any sort of evil forces, we should be good.
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that in your case, that might be pretty useful.
Yes,
just in case.
I agree. So how have you been, Benjamin?
I've been better. I've been a lot better. So I got a new stove, just a regular stove. Nothing special about it. You got the 6 burners. You got the 3 arms. You know, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And I told it to make some mac and cheese the other night, and sure enough. When I came back, it had, written out an entire plan to overtake the nation and turn it into a communist manifesto. Or not a communist manifesto, but into a communist country. Actually, no, that was wrong too. It was actually planning on transforming the entire country into a book. The book being the Communist Manifesto written by Karl Marx.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was planning on cutting down enough trees in the world that we could turn the nation into a very, very, very thin, version of the Communist Manifesto written by Karl Marx. Okay. Which I mean, I would be okay with, but I told it to make mac and cheese, which it wasn't doing. Yeah. And I gave it all the ingredients. But it was just basically writing out the plan of attack using elbow macaronis. So
I've heard stoves do that before. So it's not the first time that's happened.
Right. Although I don't know whether to buy a new one or if I need to take care of it. It's a mess.
Well, something similar happened last year to me, where I got a stove. It only had 2 arms though, not 3. Which was a little odd at first, but I thought it was fine. It actually works just as well. I found the 3rd arm seems a little bit redundant and gratuitous, but whatever. Anyway, so mine, I actually had it tried to make mac and cheese, and it wanted to turn the entire U.S. into a book of Brothers Grimm fairy tales. So I don't know. I think it's just how it be sometimes. Yeah. So. I don't know.
Right. I'm not sure what its motivation is, but yeah, it's very frustrating when you're hungry for mac and cheese.
Yeah, especially so I found some good YouTube tutorials, so I can send you those if you want. And my problem was solved in like 2 days. So, it should be fine.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So, enough talk about our personal lives, which I know that the viewers are listeners, are very interested in, which is why they're listening. Probably, I don't know. I have no idea.
Of course. I
don't even know if anybody's actually listening. Anyway, we are going to be doing 3 segments today, as we always do, because that's our whole slogan. And we're going to be starting off with the classic Blank-Ology. Then we're going to move on to some 60-second improv story, which is also a classic. And then we're going to switch it up with this brand new segment known as Morchid Tales. So strap your boots on and get in the car, kids. We have free candy.
Because we're going to Disneyland. Just kidding. We're doing Blank-Ology.
That's basically the same.
Yeah. Segment 1. Blank-Ology. This is an oldie and a goodie. What we do is we go on to Wikipedia, which has a big old list of words that end in ology. Not all of them are studies of things. Some of them are other ologies. But there's so many of them that we just find them and we just talk about them because, I mean, ologies. That's got to be educational, right?
That's our
I'm
new
sure.
that's our new slogan for the segment. Because ologies, they've got to be educational, right? 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 Question mark?
I
Not
want
really.
a whole podcast that's like that's literally just like a bunch of pseudo educational like just segments that like aren't really helpful, but they're like those typing games, in 4th grade that you're like,
Yes.
I guess I'm learning something.
But like actually I'm not.
Not really.
There's got to be a podcast that's just filled with a
Yeah.
bunch of useless facts that you can bring up at parties and stuff, right? It's got to be a thing.
Or you could just have a podcast that's just literally just like fake education. Like it's super educational, but on things that aren't real or don't apply to anyone at all.
That sounds like a future segment idea. All right.
Ology. Do you have one?
I have 3, Ben.
What?
I have 3. Yeah, boy.
Holy cow, no way. I
Yep.
have 3 as well.
What? I bet one of mine is better. But just one of them. You still have 2 on me. But anyway, so my first one is serialology. What do you think that is?
The study of television? Is it the study of television or like serialized television? Because I hope it's not like the study of like breakfast cereal.
Well, it's spelt like that, but it's actually the study of crop circles. So I just thought it was funny because it was literally spelled cereal-ology. But I mean, if you think about it, crop circles, corn flakes, cereal, basically the same. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That is strange.
just a wee bit. Anyway, so what's your first one, Ben?
My first one is anthroposociology.
Okay, so that is obviously anthro, meaning human, possa, meaning possum, so it's the study of the socialization between possum humans, right?
Correct.
Okay,
No,
that's
it's
what I
not.
thought.
It's
Oh, dang.
So it's the anthropological and sociological study of race.
That's racist.
But get this, as a means of establishing the superiority of certain peoples. Yeah.
Okay,
no,
that actually is racist.
it wasn't a joke. No, it's
Wow.
It's a study
Wow.
that existed. I hope it existed. I hope it doesn't exist now.
Okay, so it's literally I was gonna say the study of racism, but it's not. It's the study that is racist.
I'm assuming this was like back when Europe was trying to like justify their imperialism, and they had like these scientists that were like, yes, we are the superior race because there legit were people that like had scientific quote unquote arguments as to why they had the right to take over an area.
Wow.
So
That's
think on that, kids.
it's got to be educational, right?
Someone who studies this is also known as a theoretician of eugenics and racialism. The guy who founded it is Georges, or I don't know, it's French. Georges Vacher de la Puche.
Wow. What a beautiful name.
Holy crap. In 1854. That's not that long ago, actually. I was hoping it was going to be a while before. He only died in 1936.
Oh, wow. I mean, I don't know what race it was biasing, but I'm assuming whites. But I'm just assuming that because...
Well, I mean, the reverse has happened, but, like, that's the closest
Yeah.
that I could relate it to. Because I wasn't alive at the time. Go figure.
You weren't?
I wasn't.
Oh, well, I have a lot to tell you. Anyway, but before I can recount my stories from the 40s and 30s, I have another ology for you. And this ology is known simply as clownology. Would you like to guess what that is?
Please be the study of clowns.
Oh, it's even better than that.
What?
It's the study of being a clown.
What?
Yes.
No way. So it's like
Uh-huh.
So it's like this people that go to Santa school, spoiler
Yes.
alert, like to learn how to be the best. Because, I mean, it's a character, essentially, right?
Yes.
It's a performance art. See,
Yep.
the difference I'm seeing is, like, with something like, if you're playing, like, the Easter Bunny or Santa or something, like, the personality kind of already exists. But, like, with a clown, you can really do whatever you want as long as you're funny, right? I don't know.
It's gotta be educational, right? Sorry. Every time you end a sentence with right, I'm just gonna bring it back to that now.
I mean, it's gotta be educational, right?
Right? It's right? Anyway, what's your next one?
Oh, this one's interesting. Odology.
Odology? Is it a study
Odology.
of like odes to like ode to
No.
poems or something, or
It's the study of odic force. Which
Odic?
was a odic.
Of course. I knew that.
Odic force is the name given by the mid-19th century of a hypothetical vital energy or life force by Baron Karl von Reichenbach. So this was before, like, I mean, a lot of science memes existed. Sorry, before people knew a lot about a lot of stuff. So in 1845, he observed the effects of electricity, magnetism, and heat, and he was like, it's a thing called odic force, and it's kind of like chi, but like it's mine, and you can see it when it's really dark.
Oh.
And a lot of the things he was describing was like electromagnetic fields and stuff like that. But I don't know, just like when I love reading about this kind of stuff where it's like, I wish science would have given it this name, because that sounds way cooler.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have high odic force. It sounds like magic.
It is magic. My final one that I have is known as typology. What do you think that is?
I feel like I've heard this one, or that we've talked about, and it's not at all what you'd think.
Oh, it's probably everything that you think.
No, I'm not even gonna guess, because I feel like I've seen it before, and it was something that I wasn't even close to having to do with anything that's type.
So I have been taking some typography classes, so I was like, is there a study of type, like typography? Yes, there is. It's called fontology, which is stupid. But then I found this one, typology. And get this, it's the study of types. But what's cool about this is the fact that there's 16 different types of typology for every single thing. So in farming, it's the classification of farms by the USDA. There's the second one is Milwaukee's typology, which is a language classification system. Third is morphological, which is a way of classifying the languages of a world that groups together languages according to their common morphological structures. And then there's a bunch of other ones. And then there's like one for psychology, statistics, linguistics, the study and classification of languages according to their structural features. So like, and also, this is my favorite one of all of them.
Okay.
Urban planning and architecture. I don't know why it's on here, but
my lastology, study of last things, and my finalology, the study of final things, is redology. Redology.
Okay, is it literally just the study of the color red?
I mean, yeah, it has to do with the color red.
Okay.
It's the academic study of Zhao Ziquin's Dream of the Red Chamber, one of the 4 great classical novels of China.
What?
See, I thought it was interesting. I didn't know there were the 4 classic Chinese novels.
Is there one for the other 3?
No. One of them's called Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Water Margin, Journey to the West, and then Dream of the Red Chamber is the one that this one's about.
But like, there's not an ology for every single book. There's just a study of the 4th one.
Oh, let me check.
It must be like an more important one.
Yeah. There's no other ones. But
it is an academic study, so there might be like huge history.
It's like when your English teacher's like, we're gonna look at this book.
Yeah.
Not enjoy it. We're gonna look at it.
We're gonna analyze it.
Okay.
And rip it apart until there's nothing left.
Got it. That's okay.
Which is something that I personally like.
I sometimes like it, but sometimes I don't like when meaning is derived out of nowhere. I guess it's okay to derive meaning out of nowhere, but like when it's presented as if the author intended it, but the author didn't intend it,
I saw this great thing recently, and it was author. The curtains were blue. Interpreter. The curtains represent his depression, longing. And then what the author meant, the curtains were freaking blue.
Voila.
That's
yes. I mean, you know what? I probably only saw that video because you saw it, and so it came up in my recommended because of that. Isn't that
That's
great?
That's not how
Yeah,
it works.
that is how the internet works, actually.
What?
Yeah.
What?
If we both watch the same video, and then the
Mhm.
next day we watch the same video, or say that I share it with you, then tomorrow, if you watch a video that I don't watch, there is a chance that I will see that because the algorithm will say, hey, this person likes that, this person likes that, so this person must
Whoa.
like that.
Wow.
Okay. It seems like magic, but like
It's really simple stuff.
If
but,
you
like-
watch like through a playlist that your friend is also watching through, the next day you will probably be recommended whatever they're watching that day.
That's super
the
interesting.
algorithm. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Either way.
Well, the video we're referring to is The Art of Overanalyzing Film or something by Now You See It. I will leave that in the show notes. It's a very interesting video. And I just thought it was...
Yeah, the video gets full credit for any and all of the opinions that we just stated.
Opinions! Just give me all your opinions, please. I don't have an original thought, because I was homeschooled.
Oh.
Segment 2. 60-second improv story. This is a fan favorite, a classic, if you will, where we're going to tell a story in 60 seconds.
What?
So...
I didn't know this.
We have... Okay, Ben,
Explain it to me.
Let me explain the whole thing to you, Ben. Let's go.
Okay.
We have 60 seconds to create a story from start to finish. All right? All right? So, in order to get prompted for the story, each of their co-hosts, you to me and me to you, will provide a name, a location, and a nonsensical word. And they will have to incorporate all three of those in their story.
Got it.
And also, at the 30-second mark, the co-host who is keeping track of time will have to say, boop, just to alert them that they have
Got it, because the
30
other
seconds
person
left.
doesn't see the time. They just...
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. Yep. So, with that, Ben, would you like to go first? Because obviously you didn't know what this was, so you probably don't have prompts for me.
No, I don't. I had no
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ben,
Yes.
the name you're going to use is Declan.
Say that again?
Declan. Declan. Declan.
Becklen?
No, Declan.
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 Starts with a D, ends with an N.
Yes, Declan. It's an
Declan.
actual name.
Declan.
Yes.
Declan.
Your location is a volcano.
Volcano.
That is volcano starting with a V and ending with an O.
Okay.
Okay. And your nonsense word
All right.
is Gorbelvich.
Gorbelvich.
Yep, that is starting with a G and ending with an H. So you have 60 seconds on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
There was a Gorbelvich. A sad little Gorbelvich. Nobody had ever picked up this Gorbelvich. In fact, when he had formed on the beach millions and millions of years ago, instead of being found by anyone or being washed out to sea to be found by someone else on another beach, a fearsome storm lifted him up upon a wave, and he flew. He flew like a Gorbelvich had never done before, all the way up to the top of a volcano. Nobody would ever find the Gorbelvich, is what he thought, until one day, little old Declan came up. And I say little old Declan because his name was Little, and he was old. But he wasn't little. He was very, very tall. He was 10 feet tall. He picked up the Gorbelvich and he said, "This is my Gorbelvich." And he ate it. Because Gorbelvich is a type of crab that you eat. And it's delicious. And then he went back down the mountain.
Time. I noticed that you thought you had less time than you did.
I did because the 30 seconds crept up on me faster than it ever has.
Yes.
And so then I finished it up faster than I ever had.
That happens to me all the time.
And then I had time.
Yeah.
I was going to have a backstory to Declan, but then I thought I wouldn't have time, so I didn't bother.
Aw. Well, it's okay. Also, I don't know if you noted, but I started making sound effects. which is something that we could totally incorporate.
I did.
We
I
should
like
do
that. I will make ridiculous sound effects, and you can
Please
remove
do.
them in post if necessary.
With that story, you probably have come up with 3 amazing prompts for me, so
Yes.
lay 'em on me.
Your name is lamp. Your place is carpet. And your nonsense word is cabinet. I'm joking.
Cabinet.
No, I'm not actually going to do that. Your nonsense word is artle. Your
But the rest of the things are...
no.
Okay,
Your actual
okay.
location. I'm going backwards now.
Artle.
Is your location is a quiet forest clearing.
Okay.
And your name is... Who's the guy that wrote that book? Let me find
Karl Marx?
Yeah, your name's Carl.
Cool. Okay. Tell me when I have 60 seconds on the clock.
You have 60 seconds on the clock starting now.
Artol, which is a race of nymphs, lived in the forest. Unlike most nymphs, these are all male. Carl is one such nymph. One day, he was sleeping in the forest, in his quiet forest clearing, and he arose from his slumber when he heard a loud boom.
Huh?
And so, what he did was, he got up and ran, and he said, Franklin and Jorge, which are 2 other Artols. He said, grab your weapons, quickly. We must go find out what that giant rumbling is. So they grab their swords and their knives, and they suit up, and they go out into the forest, the dark forest, known as Forca. So they go down to the Forca forest, and they go, and they find that it was a troll, and all the troll wanted was to steal all of their milk. And so Carl said, "You're not gonna take my milk. It's
I
our milk."
completely forgot to do the boops.
Was it 60 seconds already?
Yeah, that was 60 seconds. Because
Okay,
I was in
well-
the middle of making sleepy
Okay.
noises, and then it was already 20 seconds.
Oh,
I feel
wow.
bad.
Okay, well, just so the people at home don't end on a cliffhanger, what ended up happening is Jorge, Franklin, and Carl all stabbed the goblins or the troll's eyes, and their milk was safe.
Awesome. You probably would have been able to finish that if I hadn't messed up. But it's a great story. I tried my best with sound effects.
That was great. Let me get you some constructive criticism on those sound effects, though. Maybe later. Sounds are great, but not like dialogue.
I thought it'd be really funny for that part, though. Like, you said the dialogue for them. When you said it was a troll and he said he wanted their milk, he never actually explicitly said, so I just thought it'd be funny. He just said,
Okay.
Give me your milk.
Okay, fair enough.
I won't
It was
do it
funny.
from now on.
It was funny. It was just kind of like,
Intrusive.
yeah.
I don't want
like-
to take it from you.
It was quite entertaining though. So hopefully, and I think that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Segment 3, Morchid Tales. This is a new segment, so we're trying it out for the first time. And so it's gonna be a bit like our improv bits. It's gonna be a bit like interviews with an imaginary person. It's gonna kind of be a mashup of all of them. We're gonna try some quote unquote scene work, where we will both play characters in a scene, and then we'll just kind of see where it goes.
Yeah.
From there.
So the premise that we have thought of is we are both hunters recounting past experiences of hunting these things known as morchids. I don't actually have any idea of what that is, so we're going to be creating this creature as we're telling a story of when we went and hunted it. So I don't know. I think it should be fun, but anyway, let's go into the story zone.
Are you ready?
All right. Now, let me tell you about the time when we went morkin hunting. Do you remember this one, Franklin?
I do, actually. I remember this one pretty vividly.
We've done it multiple times, but there was a time where
That was the time
Yeah.
with the eggs.
Oh, no, yes. That was
Was that a different
nitty.
time?
Oh,
I don't
Here he is.
remember.
No. I'm talking about the one with the eggs. That
Oh.
one was horrifying.
That was bad. I don't like
You
that
remember
one.
I'm just thinking about it right now.
It all started.
Look at that, right there. You see that?
Whoa, I do see that.
Okay, get down.
Is that a mork? Oh, hold on. Hey, your hat. It's poking out of the bushes. It's way too tall.
Oh gosh. I knew I shouldn't have gotten this 18-foot hat. Okay.
I know, not a good idea. I mean,
I thought he would attract the Morchids, you know.
here, let me get out my telescope.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
never mind. This is a space telescope. I can't.
That's
I
way
can
too
see
long.
the. I
It's
can see
too
the
long.
atoms on the top of his head.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, well, here. I'm taking my hat off now. I'm setting it on the ground.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm taking my gun out of it.
Oh. Wow, that is an equally long gun.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice.
I
It
just
was
brought
only
these.
like
I brought these
$18.
2 pistols. I thought we were gonna get really close to him.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll stay long ways away. And you can
Okay.
just-
I also only have 1 bullet in each, or maybe there's 2 in 1. I was playing Russian roulette earlier. I don't really remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's why Jimmy's gone.
Yeah, that was sad. Hold on, just a second.
Oh,
I think it's making noises.
I heard it.
That's its mating call. It makes that whenever it's looking for other Morchids. Maybe if we wait by, a female will come on over and we could get 2
it is.
Morchids.
I see him. There's 3. There's 3 of them now. Wait a second. There's a little one. There's a little one with those 2.
Oh my goodness, it's so tiny. Are you sure you want to shoot that?
No, absolutely not. Oh, the little one's trying to mate too.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's okay. I really wish I hadn't seen that. Can you shoot it now? I don't feel bad anymore.
Wait. Look what they're doing. What? They're opening the top of their heads or something.
They're pulling out
Something.
little Jenga pieces. Are they gonna play Jenga?
No! I've read about this. Those are eggs.
Oh my goodness. They're perfectly rectangular eggs.
Which makes sense because the Morchids are almost perfectly rectangular.
That's right. And they also love making rectangular omelets. The other one's getting the skillet out of his head right now.
Oh my gosh. They're cooking the eggs. I thought they were going to lay them.
Yeah, me too. What a twist.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna-
gosh, they're taking the the Morchid. They're
Hold
taking
on.
the Morchid.
I'm gonna get a little closer look. Stay right here.
Okay, I have my 18-foot gun.
All right. I'm
What do you see?
really close to him. I can see now. They're big, beady eyes. All 4 of them. One of them also has a cell phone on him. I think it just made a noise.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm
Here,
gonna see if I can take it from him.
here, I'm crawling towards you.
Be careful. If you get any closer, you're gonna be poking him with that gun.
Oh no, it's fine. I'll just leave the gun right here. Okay. I have my net.
All
It's
right.
also an 18-foot net. I'm just obsessed with 18-foot things.
I mean,
you know?
I do find it strange that it's 18 foot long, but it's only 1 foot wide. Like, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to catch anything. You could have just gotten a rope.
I could definitely catch that baby Morchid right
Wait,
there.
I got a plan. So
Okay, what's the plan?
I'm gonna sneak around the other side, and then
Alright,
what we'll do is it'll be like a fishing net. We'll just clothesline him,
It's
just
perfect.
right across. All right.
No, wait. Where'd they go?
What? Holy cow! They disappeared. They left their eggs though. Do you think they're safe to eat?
I bet they would be.
All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna get
be
closer.
very careful.
Uh,
One's hatching.
Oh my goodness! It's hatching in the skillet. It's not a Morchid though. It's something else.
It's a frorcub.
Those darn frorkibs. I bet they just took it from the frorkib nest down in the forest. That wasn't
They
their
would.
mating call. They were getting together to eat their babies. Those darn
I hate it when
Morchids.
that happens. Okay,
They're
here.
ruthless.
Let's just get these eggs and get home.
All right. Oh, hold on. What's that behind you? I think it's an 18-foot Morchid. I think it thinks your gun is its mate.
Run! And that that was the time we found the Morchid eggs.
Oh,
Yeah, classic.
that
I
was
love that story.
I mean, it was a classic until it
was.
ripped your foot off. I mean,
Well,
it was a
it's just-
classic story.
classic story, that's what I'm saying, you know.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta lose a foot to tell a great story.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's worth it, I think.
I think so too. It was good eating too.
Ah, delicious. That was the best Morchid I'd ever eaten.
Oh, they were 4 kids actually.
Ah, well, I mean, they look almost the same.
Right. I mean, they're essentially the same except for they're colored differently.
Yeah.
And they're slightly less rectangular.
Yes, they're more like a rounded rectangle, you know.
Right.
Anyway, our audience knows what a forkid is, and we're good. We're fine.
Right.
We don't have to explain that to them. That is the end of the show. We hope you did enjoy it, especially that last Morchid segment. What did we learn today, Ben?
We learned that if you do go to the veterinarian, make sure you don't leave him alone with your potentially magic cow, because he may disappear forever.
Indeed. We also learned that Morchids are, in fact, quite rectangular.
That is true. We also found out that you shouldn't rank races by superiority, and especially not study it that way.
Absolutely not.
Really important point.
Yikes. That's... Oh, I still can't believe that I really hope nobody's studying it anymore. Anyway, and finally, we learned that Declan was a 10-foot guy, and we don't know much about him, but he has a backstory that we can confirm.
That's true.
You can find Noah on Twitter at Nomich_, and Ben at Tendo. Email the podcast at segmented.fm@gmail.com and support the podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/segmentedfm. If you go there and give us some monies, you can get extra goodies, talk to the hosts, mainly just Noah, and occasionally listen to the recording sessions live. But also I'd like to note that we do have some Patreon goals, so like if we get to $30 a month, we will be eating... Okay, so there's this hot sauce known as the Last Dab, which is one of the hottest hot sauces, or like the hottest, right? Hottest hot sauce ever to exist.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. So what we will do is, if we get $30 a month, he will ship me some of it, just a little tiny bit, and at the beginning of an episode, after we reach that goal, we will both take some of that and do the whole episode with spicy burning, and we're not allowed to do anything about it until the outro. So that'll be fun for you guys. I hate spice, by the way. I just wanted to mention that because I feel as though we don't really explain
I can't stand it. I mean, I say that I like it or I enjoy it, but I really can't stand much any of it. So
yeah, no, we're gonna. Good thing we'll be sitting down the whole time. That's a stupid joke that I make every single time someone says I can't stand something. But anyway, also there's a few times where we have taken Patreon written paragraphs and made a song out of them. So if you want to do that, you can just support us on Patreon, and we can do that. And so, anyway, that's how you can support us financially, and it really does help us out with like.
it would be quite kind of you if you did, but we
rather
wouldn't judge you if you didn't.
Yeah, no, it's completely optional. It's just a little bit of fun bit. But the best way you can support the podcast is to leave a review on iTunes and share it with your friends. If you leave a review on iTunes, it actually boost search results, so we'll be higher on the charts when people search for like segmented or search for improv comedy or something along the lines of that. And so it makes it easier for people to find us, and it actually does help, which is really helpful. And also just sharing it with your friends if they're ever looking for podcast suggestions and you like ours, maybe they might too, so suggest it to them. That would be very helpful. With that, the everlasting
job
of
the
Morchid
is
to
eat
their
delicious
eggs.
Yeah, you know what they say in that country song? Rain makes corn, corn makes cereal, and cereal makes me happy in the morning.
It kind of sounds like Odin, so it's like...
Well, that's what it's named after.
I know, which is why it sounds like... Never mind. Anyway... Stupid. I'm stupid. Anyway, languages according to their common morphological structures. I hope that the peoples were entertained. I hope the people were entertained.
What was his name?
Carl.
Oh, yeah, I gave you that name. Totally forgot. Well, don't I look like a big blumbering idiot? What's our next segment?
You don't look like a big blum-brain idiot.
You're right. I look like a big bumbling idiot.
That makes a lot more sense, yeah.
Right.
Okay, now we just have to sound slightly younger. Wow.
Wow,
There it
look
is.
at that.
No, not like that. Also, your mating call sounded very suggestive.
That wasn't the goal. I just wanted to make a really funny, because that was the one thing that I had planned, was I wanted to like have them make a noise and I just make up the noise
Yeah.
at the point.
I would have been
time.
like, ah!
Oh, have you ever heard like a quail call? It's like
No, I haven't. We're rather evil.
Quite.